Live, just checking that's working. Okay, I think the connection's better. Give me a couple secs, wait for some more people to join the live chat. Okay, so I hope you've all had another good week. So this is week 3. We've been doing the challenge for 23 days. Yeah, hope it's been going well. Hope you've seen some progress. By now, we should start to see a difference between our very first photo and how you're looking now. Again, you'll probably find that your biggest visual results will come from your last few weeks. To begin with, it can be quite slow, which is absolutely fine. In terms of your weight loss, normally it's the opposite. You should see the most weight loss probably at the start because you'll lose a lot of water, a lot of body fat just initially in the first few weeks. So if we're doing a weekly weigh-in and a weekly photo, so far you should have hopefully seen a decrease in weight. I prefer to do the weight in pounds just so you get more of an accurate weigh. So let's have a look. We've got a few questions just to run through this week. Again, remember, if you want any questions answering next week, then make sure you head over to the CrazyBulk Instagram. There'll be a Instagram post or story. On the story, you can then answer or ask any questions that will get answered next. Well, it'll be 2 weeks' time. Next week, we are doing a live Q&A via Teams, so I can actually chat to some of you, ask you questions face-to-face rather than being just on a live stream platform. So we're doing a Teams next week. So that's next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Let's have a look at the questions we've got this week. So okay, so question from Dan. He said, what do you think is the best method to use for trying to bulk up chest and shoulders? So it's probably hard to make muscular gains or huge muscular gains when you're in a cut. So obviously this 8 week is a shred cutting phase. So we're losing body fat. We're going to get more ripped. We're going to get leaner. We're probably not going to add much muscle mass. We can prevent muscle loss by training weights. So to answer the question, in terms of bulking up chest and shoulders, often when we lose body fat, our chest and shoulders look much better. So, I mean, I've been doing this challenge with you. So for the last, say, 3 weeks, my shoulders are almost looking better now because I've got less body fat on my body. So overall, when we have less body fat, our muscles do look more enhanced. So we do get a better look overall. A lot of the time when you're super ripped, you actually look like you have much more muscle mass than you do when you're in a bulk, even though it's the opposite. You tend to have more muscle mass in a bulk. The muscle is just covered by body fat. So in terms of the best method to use for bulking up chest and shoulders, train chest and shoulders. It's as simple as that. You want to be training both body parts 2 or 3 times a week. So that would mean you'd be hitting chest and shoulders in a push workout. So you'd be doing at least 2 push workouts. And then as well as that, I would also incorporate shoulders as an additional exercise, possibly have I don't know, maybe on like a cardio day or a low intensity day, just do a chest and shoulder based workout that's not too, just so you're hitting, if you're hitting a muscle group, say 3 times a week, you're going to be breaking and tearing down the muscle fibers 3 times. So that's 150 times a year. If you just train chest once a week, then that's 50 times a year. So you can triple the amount of times you're targeting the muscle group, if that's what you want to focus on. So I'd say to Dan, big focus on push workouts. When you lose body fat, your chest and shoulders will look more enhanced anyway. You'll get a better look. And yeah, just stay consistent with training. Aston said, is it better to lose fat before bulking up, or is it okay to bulk up as I am? I'm currently 22% body fat. When he says bulking up, I guess this means adding muscle to his physique. Everyone's different. Some people like to lose the body fat first and then kind of do a clean style bulk. Some people like to just bulk straight away and then do a big cut after. I find it's quite hard to do a big bulking up phase because you've got such a mountain to climb to lose the body fat. Often you can add muscle mass without going overboard on just gaining unnecessary body fat. Yes, it is hard to add muscle mass without adding any fat, but a lot of people kind of go overboard and they go, right, I'm in a bulking phase, I'm going to just eat everything I want to. And you're eating so many unnecessary foods, you're adding in so many extra calories, and you're just adding body fat when you don't need to. So is it better to do body fat before bulking up? I would say if you're currently sat at 22% body fat, you want to be doing a 8 to 10 to 12 week shred, lose some body fat and see what your physique looks like. Because you only really realize which parts of your body have a good amount of muscle on once you've lost the body fat. So if you got down to say a 10% body fat, you'd see where your muscle is on your body. You'd see which parts need to be trained more. You would be able to see, okay, what's prominent, what doesn't look great. You might find that when you get down to 10% body fat from 22, you might find that your chest muscles actually look really good and you don't need to then put focus on those. You might find that your delts are quite weak, in which case then you want to be targeting those in your next bulking phase. So I would say if you're currently sat at 22% body fat, I would say do a cut and see what you look like, and go from there and make decisions based on how you look then. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the social media. We've got loads of guys entering this challenge. We would like to see some more interaction on the CrazyBulk Instagram. Head over to Instagram. Every week we're doing a we're doing a prize giveaway, of which this week's is the £100 Born Primitive gift card. Born Primitive are gym wear. Every week there's unbelievable prizes. Let me just run a few prizes. So we have Born Primitive gift card. That's going to be given away this Friday. Next Wednesday, by next Wednesday, you've got to enter the following week. There's going to be Force Fitness. I think they're giving away a tactical vest, a weighted vest, really good for endurance, cardio, and CrossFit workouts. So that's going to be launched next Wednesday, with Friday being the day that gets picked. Then we're giving away a Lumi minigun the week after. Then one of the lazy spas, essentially it's like a hot tub. And the last week is going to be a subscription to Muscle and Health magazine. Really good magazine, recommend that. Really good prizes. I think you'd be crazy not to enter any of these. All you have to do to enter any of the giveaways, which is happening on a weekly basis, is just go onto social media, post some progress photos or any photos of you working out, and tag at CrazyBulk, add the hashtags, hashtag CB Summer Shred, hashtag CrazyBulk Challenge. That's all you have to do to be entered. This week we're giving away the Born Primitive gift card. Last week was the Gravity Fitness equipment. We had the Lumi Max Pod, the ice bath. Yeah, so it's flying. In terms of the prizes, they're great prizes. I'd like to win them all, to be honest. But yeah, it's really simple just to head over to the CrazyBulk Instagram and take some videos, take some photos. Just interact a bit more with the CrazyBulk social media. So just had an update from Born Primitive. They've said that they are giving away their training kit. So yeah, it's gym clothing. No, bear with me. In terms of what you have to do to enter, photos, videos of meals you make, any sort of photos of the training kit you've got ready to go to the gym. Simply just tag CrazyBulk on your stories. We want to get the Instagram going. There's a lot of you in this challenge, and the number of people involved in this challenge that are smashing it doesn't reflect on social media. So I want to see some more of you guys on social media. Again, if you've got any more questions that you've not managed to enter into the live Q&A, next week we're doing the Teams call. I can actually chat to some of you face to face. And also just drop me a DM on Instagram. I've got a few of you kind of like DMing me at the moment just about the challenge and how it's going. And I'm really keen to see it. It's great to see people getting involved and stuck in with the challenge. Let's look. I've got a few more questions. I'll answer some on the workouts actually, because I think there was a few at the start. I'll try to make these live Q&As about 15 minutes, just so that you guys keep engaged. When you watch this on Facebook or YouTube, it's not too much of a long-winded video. But let's have a look. So, bear with me. Okay, so training related questions. What time of day is the best to train? Literally whatever works for you. There's no point forcing yourself to go to the gym at 6 a.m. if it doesn't work around your lifestyle. I find what works for me. I kind of switch off at the end of the day by about 6 p.m. From 6 p.m. onwards, obviously minus this live Q&A, but normally 6 p.m. onwards, I'll then head down to the gym. Most days I'm doing CrossFit. I'm just really enjoying it at the moment. I'm getting in my weight sessions at the same time just to maintain muscle mass. But as well as the weight training, I'm doing my CrossFit. And for me, it works to be training at about 7 p.m. till about 8. Get home, eat most of my calories towards the end of the day around training. So there is no correct time to train. There's no correct time to eat. There's no correct amount of meals to have. It's just whatever works for you to hit your calorie deficit. Saying eating a calorie deficit is very, very easy. Actually doing it and finding the method that enables you to eat in a calorie deficit is what's important. So whatever job you've got, whatever lifestyle you've got, find what works in terms of how can you train, how can you eat your calories around training, and how can you eat in the calorie deficit. Find what works for you. Experiment. Everyone's different. So we've got 3 more questions here. Will performing cardio slow or reduce my gains? So cardio is a great tool. Cardio is a tool. If you want to be able to eat more, you can do more cardio. If you want to increase your deficit to lose body fat quicker, you can do more cardio. Cardio obviously comes with the risk of too much cardio can lead to muscle loss. So we want to try and prevent losing any muscle. So that's where we have to find that balance of not doing too much cardio, but also doing enough cardio to put us in a deficit. So use it as a tool, work out your maintenance calories, work out your deficit, and then find kind of where you're at and how much cardio you need to do to be losing weight on a daily basis. It's all going to be trial and error. Again, at the same time, you don't want to be doing a marathon one day and then the next day absolutely nothing and sitting on the sofa. So find the balance that works, whether it's incline walk, low intensity. Most people will probably prefer that. If it's HIIT training, you want to be careful because you can often spike your heart rate, spike your hunger hormones. You'll finish a HIIT class and you'll be super hungry. That's often the trap that I fall into, but I actually just really enjoy CrossFit, which is why I do that. What type of recovery activities would you recommend? So there's loads here. So Theragun, muscle gun, sit with a gun on all your muscle parts, foam roll, just get the blood. The importance of flushing the blood around your body is key. I've got a few really good apps that I recommend. There's one app called GoWOD and there's one app called ROMWOD. Both of them just talk you through workouts, which are mobility exercises. So you can put in on the app kind of what you've trained, which exercises you've done. So if you've targeted chest muscles and shoulders, it would take you through a rehab, mobility stretching workout essentially for those muscle groups. So that's if you put in GoWOD on the App Store or Android Store and download that, give that a go. That's really good. As well as that, you can be doing things like, well, the big one is sleep. Sleep's the biggest tool for recovery. Ice baths, I don't know, they're good. Whether that's up there of the importance, probably not. I would say sleep, really good nutrition, enough protein to help recover. They're going to be your top two. Stretching, mobility as well will help. And then ice baths you can throw in as a gesture of goodwill. What do I do if I miss a session? Nothing. It doesn't matter. This challenge is a 56-day challenge. It's 7 weeks, 8 weeks even. So yeah, 56 days. It doesn't matter if you miss one session in 56 days. It's going to make absolutely no difference at all. Just concentrate on tomorrow, getting back on it. If you have a day where you completely slip up, it's fine. We're all human. We've all got things outside of this challenge. So if today's been a particularly bad day for you, then get back on it tomorrow. Meal prep tonight, get some good sleep, and yeah, hit the gym tomorrow and get back to it. Just another final two reminders. Giveaway. Get onto CrazyBulk's Instagram. Get tagging away. Hashtag #CBShred. Hashtag CrazyBulk Challenge. I want to see some stuff on social media. And yeah, get more interactive. And finally, next Wednesday is going to be the interaction on Teams. So I want to speak to some of you directly, have some back and forth conversations, answer any questions kind of a bit more in person than on a live stream. So make sure you tune in 8 p.m. on the Teams call. There'll be more information on the CrazyBulk social media and how to do that. And the third and final point I'm going to just discuss is the point system. I think I got this a little bit confused last week in the challenge. I think someone asked about the points, so I've actually asked one of the guys or girls over at CrazyBulk kind of how the point system works. So essentially, CrazyBulk are giving away free products, and you can get free products by earning CrazyBulk points. So in order to get CrazyBulk points, there are a few opportunities over the next 8 weeks, or now 5 weeks. Basically, if you purchase a limited edition stack, you earn 1 point for every dollar spent or pound. Submit your question to our live Q&A, which is right now. You get 10 points. So in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to be doing another of these live Q&As. Make sure you submit your points. You'll submit your questions. You'll get 10 points up for grabs. If you join the Ask the Coach sessions, which is going to be next week and in our final week, so week number 8. If you join those, get interactive, ask me some questions, you're going to earn 25 points. If you submit a photo testimonial, so find a product, your starting progress. Hopefully now you should have a photo of you when you start the challenge on week number 1. You've now got that to compare to week number 3. So you've got 2 weeks of progress. I want to see some of these transformation photos, even over the last 2 weeks. We should be starting to see something if you've been eating in the calorie deficit for 14 days. We should see slight more definition, a little bit of body fat we should have lost. I want to see some photo testimonials of the challenge and of the products. So if you've got any CrazyBulk products you're taking alongside this challenge, then definitely submit those. You'll get 50 points, which you can then use for more products. A video testimonial gets you 100 points. And if you complete the post-challenge survey at the end of this challenge, you're going to get 50 points. So we can use these points to then get CrazyBulk products. I hope that was clear. I think I kind of messed that up in the last week's live Q&A. But thanks for tuning in. Get taken away and keep up your hard work with the challenge. I look forward to speaking to you all next Wednesday in the Ask the Coach Teams call. Tag me on Insta with any progress. DM me on Instagram at TomSeedFitness if you want any direct questions. Otherwise, fire them over to CrazyBulk, and I'm sure they'll be able to help as well. See you next week.